2009 tournament. This is AAU basketball. You got the U12 squad out there. It's the Cheshire County Knights in the, I'll call it purple uniforms, taking on the U12 Thunderbirds. And Stevie Morrow is going to toss the ball up, and we'll learn the names and numbers as this game progresses. There's 16-minute halves, overtime if necessary. Basket's going to be good, and a foul. This is the 8 o'clock in the morning game, and usually two things happen. Either it's a really unbelievably good competitive ball game, or you can tell it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So the basket will count, and number 23 going to the line is Allison Furnell. And she'll switch that. And nope, they're going to wait. What happened in a lane violation on the Knights, so they'll stay 2-0 with 15:49 to go. We're just underway. And Switzer with the basketball. Looks like she's going to run the point, so there's one team foul out there on the Thunderbirds. The way some of the rules work is they're 60-minute halves, so I mentioned that. Each team gets 2 timeouts per half. And Badgley's going to take the ball out of bounds on the baseline. Now, first timeout we get, I'll be able to set the rosters for you, and that's going to be a missed shot. The ball knocked forward, and here comes the Knights into the front court. And that basket was made by Bethany Amon. Actually, I had the little change on the numbers on the roster. So the game's first basket was made by Amon. Now go down inside. Good defense there by Badgley. And Switzer with the basketball, looking to break. The numbers aren't there. And good defense getting back transitionally by the Knights. Thunderbirds go down inside. Look at that defense collapse and travel. Yeah, everybody got around. Bailey Thompson, number 2 down there in white. Thunderbirds are in the white. This is their U12 squad. They have a senior squad coming up that we will cover a lot of games. So you see a lot of AAU basketball. Also have the West Rutland Cavaliers coming up. That's Carl Serrani's team. So I see some local teams other than the Knights. This is a huge tournament. I mean, you'll see all kinds of basketball. This is it. Like I said, this is a team from New Hampshire, and there's teams from, oh, what a block. Block down inside, and basket won't go. Tipped around, battle for it, ball tied up, jump ball. As Sickling, number 55, got in there for the Knights. Tied up the basketball. The arrow's going to go with the Knights, and it'll be Pearson taking the ball out of bounds. So they're looking, and they're finding on that little cut. They had an open down on the blocks, and the ball will pop free, and jump ball called. Arrow this time will go with the U12 Thunderbirds. So the Thunderbirds tournament, always a huge event. I mean, there are so many teams, so much geographics covered, and I tell you, this really helps the local economy. I talked about this with Coach Bougiani many years, but you go to the mall, you'll see tons of teams in between games killing time. The restaurants will be full, all the hotels are full. This is stimulus as far as the economy in Vermont. These are great events. That got a 3-second call down inside. I believe it was Bailey Thompson. Now Switzer's going to come up and put some pressure on in the backcourt. Amon will take the ball out of bounds. And yeah, they're going to go full court press all the way. And that's going to be a live ball out of bounds. And that's going to go with the Thunderbirds. So they'll have the basketball looking for their first points. Yeah, I'm pretty much coach talking about just kind of settling down, running through their play. It's early in the morning for these young ladies, 8 o'clock on a Saturday. I'm sure they weren't thrilled about that. They'll wake up, get it going. Off the mark and off from the hands of Badgley out of bounds. Alexandra Badgley, number 20 out there, and you see she's going to be pressuring the basketball. And actually, for first game of the tournament, there's a lot of people here. This is excellent. Long pass down the length of the court, baseline taken away by Switzer on some great defensive work, moving those feet, and she'll come out top of the arc now and follow the Cheshire County Knights all around. That's Amon, and no! I had to wait for the second rattle. Sometimes those have a tendency to find the bottom of the net, and that one just kind of rattled around, wouldn't cooperate with her. Switzer finds a little hole in defense, got it down inside the paint, brought it back out, and we're going to have shots come up as Badgley was fouled. So Amon will commit the foul. She's wearing number 23, not number 4, and like I said, she's got the only basket in the ballgame so far. And Badgley will go to the line. Got fouled in the act of shooting. She'll be shooting a couple. And we're early on action here in this first half of play. 13:40 to go on the clock. And it's 2-0 to Knights. And going to be 2-1 as she'll bank it off the glass and in. And yeah, we got the substitutions come in. And then we're going to go with the Knights first. They have Chelsea Johnson, number 21, coming in. Number 24 is Allison Furnell. So I believe that's the first substitutions of the ball game. Again, they play 16-minute halves. When you talk to players and coaches, they really like the halves, not quarters. And she'll be short on that one. Ball will come out. Badgley had it lost. Amon with the basketball and literally hands it off to her teammate. She'll weave her way through the traffic. She'll bring the ball down and side. That's Roberts, number 11, with it. Switzer there defensively. Switzer, I think, tipped it. And the ball will come down to the Thunderbirds. They'll go to Switzer, and she lost the handle on it. But I think it was last touched, yes, by about 2 different nights. And Badgley will take the ball out of bounds on the baseline underneath their own basket. And Lanfear out there, number 12, is coming to the ball game for the Thunderbirds. Bethany Lanfear. So Lanfear. Get the ball to Switzer. Now they're going to swing the ball all the way back around. And they're trying to work off a screen. Took a bump, kept her balanced, and get the travel call. Badgley will get it back to Switzer. Switzer works off the elbow. Wants to go baseline, brings it back to Badgley. Good patience. There is no shot clock to worry about. That's the next step. Get high school ball to go to halves and get them to have shot clocks. And Switzer on the drive, using it high off the glass. No good, and that's going to be off from Kavakis. Yes, it'll be off from Faith Kavakis out of bounds, and I believe it's going to go to the Knights. And Scott Switzer over there with a nice play, picking up the ball out of bounds, giving it a technically sound pass back to the ref. And Morgan Brown in the ball game, number 22, right there defensively for the Thunderbirds as the U12 game starting to unfold. Now it's 2-1, stays 2-1. Boy, again, that Knights Amon lined it up, and that's twice now. That thing's been halfway down the cylinder and popped back out on her. Switzer to the right side, pass up ahead, and we're going to have a jump ball. Yep, should be Knights basketball, and that's what we're going to have. So it's going to be purple basketball as the Cheshire County Knights. Like I said, we're going to have the senior division for the Thunderbirds coming up. That would be head coach Alicia Buggiani. And that's going to be off the glass, trying to bank it in. No good. I like the fact they got to take shots. And even if you miss, keep taking the shots because they're going to start to drop, or it gives you a chance for an offensive rebound or getting fouled in the act of shooting. Just because you miss a couple times, don't give up on it. Okay, so Switzer is going to pick up the foul. It's a non-shooting foul, and they'll just be ball out of bounds on the baseline. As Johnson is going to take the ball out of bounds. She wanted to bring on the wing to Amon. She does. Oh, great pass down inside, and that was blocked by Switzer up ahead. And on the break, it's Lanfear with the basketball, showing no fear. Will spin and elects not to put up the shot. Forced the ball down inside, and no jump ball. They ripped it out of there. I like the way they let them play through that time. And Amon, Lanfear, and who touched the last? They're going to say it's off from Amon, number 23 for the Knights. So it's going to stay with the Thunderbirds. They'll be down in the far corner. By the way, you're at the Common Avenue Gym in MSJ. And I think I'm heading, when I'm done the first 3 games here, I'm heading to Mill River next. Because there's a lot of gyms involved in something this big. And Switzer, contact, Thompson, basketball, over the top to the hole, and they're going to call foul on the floor. Yeah, so Johnson's going to be called with the foul. Yes, they weren't going to allow the substitution. Number 13, Courtney Campos, coming in, and she will replace Johnson, and that's for the Knights in the purple uniforms. So Brown looking, the screen set. Thompson cuts inside, and they reacted nicely defensively, took away the little bunny shot. Switzer to the baseline, and again, that defense slid over. 3 seconds, yeah, I thought so, and that's what they're going to call. So a 3-second call. It's Bailey Thompson, and the ball's going to go back to the Knights. Oh, they got behind the press. Look at the defense getting back, though. Switzer, I think she got a flick on it. I think she knocked the ball away. Comes to Lanfear. Lanfear up ahead, trying to thread the needle. Got the pass up ahead to Brown, and it was last touched by Brown off the fingertips out of bounds. It actually might have been touched before Brown got to it by the Knights, and that's what threw that pass off. The screen opens up the front of the court as they're able to swing the ball over on the left side. Goes through the hands of Furnell, and yeah, nobody else touched it. It goes off from Furnell out of bounds, and the Knights looking for their first basket from the Thunderbirds looking for their first basket from the field. We've got one foul shot right now, and well, let's see if I can do the math. 5 minutes of play. Kavakis had it, came back to Brown. She'll swing it to Switzer. Switzer to the free throw line, brings it back to Brown. Open, and no. Been trying to use the glass, and Amin, yeah, got fouled. Yeah, so Thompson will be called for the foul. And Amin, so she did there so well. She didn't go turtle. She just didn't lock up, not move. She kept the ball moving and her body pivoting and didn't let him grab the basketball and tie her up. And she got a foul off it, so that's good. Amin will come back, meet the pass, waits for the screen. You can see it be set there. Works a lot outside. She stepped out of bounds, and I think she stepped out of bounds. No call. She'll take it up and got it. Well, she took advantage of what they gave her, and she slid along the sideline and makes it 4-1 the Knights. That's Lanefear. Kicks it on the wing. Brown passed up the shot, comes back to Switzer. Brown with the touch. Actually, it was Kavakis, 22 before that. That's going to be front rimmed. Offensive rebound and a foul. Yeah, I got a couple foul shots coming up on that. They're just trying to get the jersey number here. It's Elizabeth Sickling called for the foul, and I believe that's her first personal. So that will stop the clock with 10 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now send Thompson to the line. And a 4-1 game. The Thunderbirds looking to cut into that lead. Long pause, gets the look, and swishes it. Good job right there. And we got a bunch of subs coming in. These are all night changes. I can see number 34, Default, coming in, Emily Default. 22 is Jenna Pearson, and I believe number 20, Kaya Corson, came in. And it looks like we're going to have a 5-for-5 change on the Thunderbird side. And Thompson will get them both. Cuts the lead to 4-3. Puljasic, number 10, Shaw, 25. Badgley, number 20. I need some numbers. I'm looking hard. Addison Todd out there, number 16, and I know I missed one person. Oh, Marcy, number 6 out there. Okay, so Shaw looking for Badgley. She'll make the grab, made the catch, brought it to the elbow, brings it to the top of the arc. Puljasic with the basketball, number 10. Thunderbirds, some fresh combinations out there, players, and tipped around, and it'll be taken out there by the Knights. Good stop right there, letting the ball not come freely down the floor, and it'll be out of bounds off from the foot of Default. Yeah, so Puljasic and Badgley looking like the back court right now.
Lindsay, you're at the foul line.
Badgley open and waits for Shaw to come off the baseline. Carissa Shaw, number 25 out there, coming in off that last break. You know, have the pass intercepted. They're trying to bring it back up top to Puljasic. Look at the pull-away speed here, and no. Tell you what, fast player right there. That's going to be out from Puljasic, out of bounds, as it was a pass started off by, wasn't Todd. Oh, it was Marcy, Lindsay Marcy. To catch the fire, and no. Rebound bounces around, and Thunderbirds will control it. Puljasic snapped it like a football center, able to reach behind her and get the basketball. That's what Puljasic will bark out the play. They'll spread the floor, and she'll go off to the right side on the wing. Boy, see the defense jump out. Looks like they're playing a 2-3 zone right now. Defensively, the Knights are. That's going to be stepped up and blocked. And it's blocked right to her teammate. And there's the shot up, and no good. About weak side rebound, got it, 22. Jenna Pearson makes it 6-3, the Knights. Badgley on that arc outside the three-point shooting area. Wants to trying to go down inside. And yep, pretty smooth move, really. Just dragged the pivot foot and now turn the ball over. See that long pass to the middle of the court. That's the press break. Bring the ball to the middle of the floor. Stolen away and up for the basket. Got fouled. Going to take a couple shots. 22, Johnny said. That's Pearson called for the foul. And Carissa Shaw, number 25, going to the line. Her first trip to the line today. And since obviously she was in the act of shooting, she's going to get 2 free throws and stops the clock just about the midway point at 8:07. Shot going to be a little bit short with that first shot. Last time we saw Carissa was Rutland County Soccer League on Memorial Day last year. And I know she used to be into the 4-H stuff, the horses and stuff like that. Now she's at the basketball court, so she's pretty busy, young lady. Oh, we got travel called. Yeah, she had a lot of moves going. Got a little funky, but it'll be a travel call on Marcy. C shot, take the inbounds pass, and well, good press break. Great press break. They got the numbers back. Yeah, pass was high, baseline shot up and goes. That's a good press break. Default will get the basket, but her teammates really, they got the ball to the middle of the floor, had everybody on had 2 people on the wings, and created a numbers advantage on the break. And that's going to stay with Badgley and the Knights. And it'll be Badgley taking the ball out of bounds over in that far corner of the Common Avenue gym. John Kelly, the other official, with Steve Meyer. Of course, John Kelly's high school career. Very good athlete at MSJ. Good basketball player. He played in his building. He was on a wood floor. They got the different textured floor now. It's that soft material. Marcy pushed from behind called in. Yeah, and that'll be the call on the ball turnover. And there's no shot coming up. No shooting fouls. Well, they've been in the act of shooting fouls, but there's been nobody over the limit, bonus-wise. I like the full court press because it's eventually going to wake them up and energize their offense like that. They'll have Poljasic had it. They'll go to the center of the floor, picked up by Shaw. She'll bring it back to Poljasic, and she traveled. Yeah, she tried so hard to drag that back foot, but she did a little stutter step. And yeah, and I'm just waiting to see as we have Sickling, Amon, Roberts, and Johnson all coming in for the Knights. They bring in 4 fresh bodies and AAU basketball, the Bougiani Thunderbird tournament. And that might have been partially blocked right to a Knight teammate, put the shot up. No good, they'll get the offensive rebound. Amon, who's tried a couple 3-pointers, going to take it in, up, and I like the move to the basket. It's a nice, strong, confident move. She just had a little bit too much muscle on the ball. And so the Knights will take the basketball out of bounds. This will be Johnson with number 21 to Amon. 3-ball on it, and nope. Still looking for her first 3-pointer to drop. She's 0 for 3 right now. Getting Poljasic and company with the basketball. And baseline, no, there's just no space. Yeah, blocking foul down along the baseline against Johnson. And boy, 5 for 5 change. I got to catch up to this. I see Kelsey Gleason out there, number 14 for the Thunderbirds. Number 2 is Thompson. Lanfear 12. Switzer 9. And Brown 24. I'm pretty sure I got that right. Yeah. Lanfear open and around and around, went and dropped. Sickling had the ball pop free from her hands, come right down to Amon, her teammate. She's going full throttle and pass over the top, beautiful, and missed it. Yep, that's a great push down the floor, finding the open person, and I'll tell you what, that looked nice. Switzer's pass slipped out of her hand and it's stolen away, and we're going to foul on Lanfear. That's the Lanfear called for the foul, and we'll have Johnson right in front of the scorer's table, take the basketball out of bounds. Starting to get a flow to the game, starting to get a little push going. And on the running one-hander, no good off the rim, tipped around weak side. Rebound will come down to the Knights. And we're going to have our first timeout taken with 5:55 to go. It's going to be the Knights taking a timeout. We'll take a peek over the coach's shoulder. And I will tell you that they have Bailey Thompson, number 2. Lindsay Marcy wears number 6. Kristen Switzer wearing number 9. Natalie Poljasic, number 10. Bethany Lanfear, 12. Kelsey Gleason, 14. Addison Todd, 16. Alexandra Badgley, number 20. Faith Kabakis, 22. Morgan Brown, 24. Carissa Shaw, 25. And Peyton Ballou is 34. And I think we have enough time to sneak the Knights in here. Bethany Amon, number 23 today. Bailey Roberts is 11. Courtney Campos is 13. Kaya Corson is 20. Chelsea Johnson, 21. Jenna Pearson wearing 22. Allison Furnell, 24. Emily Default, 34. Jordan Morse, 43. And 55, Elizabeth Sickling. And that, we finally got to get the rosters jersey names, numbers into you. So we'll just review. It has been a sluggish first half of play offensively. It's 8-3. The Knights, who you're looking at right now in those purple uniforms, with the lead. 5:55 to go in the first half of play, 16-minute halves. Nobody's in any foul trouble. Nobody's in a bonus situation, and the game really is starting to pick up. It's an 8 a.m. start time. I'm tape delayed, but if you have teenagers, or these are U12, if you have youngsters, you know 8 o'clock is like 8 o'clock to a U12 player is like 3 o'clock to an old guy like me. So they're up early. You know, I get up at 4:30, but I got no life, so. Lanphier might get away with a carry on the basketball. We'll bring it back to Switzer between the circles. Brings it up on the elbow to Brown. Go down inside, and Gleason, nope, danced on the rim, wouldn't drop. Lanphier trying to keep it alive. Tipped it out of bounds, and it'll become Knights basketball. And they're looking, and they're finding Johnson. Long pass behind the defense, and oh, she's wide open. Yep, put it on the floor. The passing was so soft and loopy. Had a lot of loft on it. Foul. And I think they're looking at Lanphier. 12. That's Lanphier picking up the foul. And that will send number 11, Roberts, to the line. Looking to add to that 5-point lead. And she will. All twine. And they're going to allow Kavakis come in. Kavakis is going to take Gleason's spot, and that's a change for the Thunderbirds. Got them both. Good looking free throws on both of them. Pushes the lead to 10-3, 7-point lead, and Switzer over the top. Got it to Thompson. They'll swing it around to Lanphier. Lanphier might have traveled. Yeah. And then it'll be a turnover. A lot of time left in this ball game for Thunderbirds. Kind of smooth things out. I said the pace, the tempo has been picking up a little bit. Time by time, you know, second by second here. Tell you one thing, the Knights have done a good job of figuring out early how to break the press. And all twine. Oh, Furnell just pulled up and swished it. Thompson steps to the basket, then elects not to take the shot, and no. Open look, bounced around to the floor, jump ball. Should be Thunderbirds with the basketball. Yeah, and the intensity also has been picking up the last 4 or 5 minutes. It's Brown. We'll go to the baseline. She'll take the ball out of bounds. 12-3, and well, great bounce pass to Kavakis. Overshot the hoop, and Sickling tied up. Going to be Knights basketball. They worked that inbounds play very nicely. And those shots will start to drop usually in the second half. Switzer slaps it. Comes right back to Johnson. She comes this side to Amon. Defense got there late. Thompson called for the block. Yep. She rotated, got to the baseline just late, got the foul. That's now 2 fouls on Johnson. 3 balling it? No. Johnson? No. Sickling? Yes. Too many chances right there. 2 offensive rebounds off the initial miss, and it ends up in 2 points. 14-3. The Knights lead now, ballooning with 4:16 to go in the first half. Brown had her shot taken. That's a very active zone out there too. It's really moving around on the points. Brown will tie up Sickling, and they'll stay with the Thunderbirds. Yeah, and they're going to have it on the baseline. Oh, they had Switzer open and get her the ball. Got it to Kavakis, and she was just swallowed up by the sea of purple down there. Kavakis will pivot. Switzer open, free throw line. No. Rebound followed up. Goes outside. Picked up. That's Lanphier. Oh, finally that. I was going to have them check that basket if that didn't go. See if there was a lid over it. Piece of saran wrap or something that was transparent. And it's going to stay with the Knights as it goes off from Switzer out of bounds. So Amon waits and looks and finds Sickling. She'll go over the top. There's the catch down inside by Roberts. Her shot up, no good. Got 14-5 score with 3:32 to go in the first half, and the ball staying down this one. The Knights says Thompson got on the floor and tied up the basketball. They're going to have to follow her all around when they set the screens because she's a shooter. And no. Rebound. Kavakis skied for it. Got it, kept her hands live, and drew the foul. Nice job. Sickling will pick up the foul. Same deal as before. You can see how she kept the ball alive, kept pivoting, and just didn't go stationary where they could tie up the basketball. Switzer to the left side to Brown. She'll spin all around, and they'll bring the ball down inside, and oh, it wouldn't go. 2 shots coming up for Thompson, and that time they really threaded the needle to get the pass down amongst a lot of Knights. But the Thunderbirds down by 9, getting their way back in the ball game now. Oh yeah, Bailey Thompson rattled that one in. And you have Corson number 20, 22 is Pearson, 13 is Campos, and 34 is Default. Those are all changes for the Knights. And Thompson trying to make it a 2-for-2 trip with 3 minutes even to go in this first half of play. Leads at 8, at 14-6, and swish makes it 14-7. Now the press, like I said, they're starting to gain a little momentum offensively. They're trying to get the ball to the right spots. Boy, they got to work on that press getting back in. We're going to have a foul on Thompson, and that's now number 3 on Thompson. And I have it as 3 fouls on Thompson, but I'm unofficial. And peeking or listening in on the scorebook, they said 2 fouls on Thompson, so it's officially going to be 2. And that's a good shot right there by Default, Emily Default. Pushes the lead back to 8. And not that time. Lead stays at 8, 15-7. Gets it up ahead of Switzer. Rebound was Kavakis. Switzer came right to the top of that 2-3 zone. They had the left side of that zone open. Now they get the defensive assignments. Like coming off baseline was Kavakis. Those passes are just split second slow getting there, and it's going to be down inside Thompson. And I'm not sure she got whacked or what, but she's on the baseline trying to compose herself as Thompson. Might have got whacked in the eye. She's doing a lot of blinking trying to clear her eyes. And we're going to have a timeout taken by the Thunderbirds. That's their first timeout of this first half of play. And again, with 2:37 to go, it's a good time just to read the rosters to you. The Thunderbirds are going to have on their roster Bailey Thompson, number 2. Number 6 is Lindsay Marcy. Kristen Switzer wearing number 9. Natalie Pajasic 10. Number 12 is Bethany Lanfear. Kelsey Gleason wearing 14. Addison Todd is 16. Alexandra Badgley 20. 22 Faith Kavakis. Morgan Brown 24. Carissa Shaw 25. And Peyton Ballou number 34. And each team's used a timeout. And you take a look at the Cheshire County Knights. And number 23 is Bethany Ahmed. Number 11, Bailey Roberts. Courtney Campos, 13. Kaya Corson, number 20. 21, Chelsea Johnson. Jenna Pearson, 22. Allison Fernell, 24. Emily Default, 34. And Jordan Morse wearing 43. And 55 is Elizabeth Sickling. And now, you've had each team's rosters read a couple times. You should be familiar with the players. And we're coming out of this full timeout taken by the Thunderbirds. And you're watching the AAU Thunderbird Bugiani Tournament 2009. And Bailey Thompson stepping up to the line, and got 2 shots coming in a 15-7 ball game. She'll get set for the first shot as she has Kavakis on the floor along with Brown, Lanfear, and Switzer. That's the 5 Thunderbirds after that timeout coming on the floor. That's all Twine. So, hey, the free throw shooting's really helped keep them in the ball game here in this first half. Is I believe they either have 1 or just 2. I think just 1 shot from the field right now that has dropped. Beautiful. Great form, great patience, made them both. Cuts the lead to 6. They've had a little problem with the press. I'm talking about the Thunderbirds employing the press. Sometimes they've let the offense get behind them. And it's in. That's Lanfear. And that time the press worked the way it should have. It created a turnover, and we're going to have a Knights timeout as it goes 15-11, and they're making a run here late in the first half. 2:31 to go. And it's 15-11 now. Thunderbirds down just 4. That momentum starting to swing toward the Thunderbirds, and that's why the Knights wanted that timeout. They didn't want to give them a run here late in this first half. Defense will always get you back in the ball game, and that's what's happening right now. Key free throw shooting and then some defensive takeaways. And yeah, that's definitely 3 fouls now on Bailey Thompson. And that's also the bonus. It's going to be the 1-and-1 the rest of this first half for the Knights. Are going to have Marcy, number 6, come in. She's going to take the spot of Thompson, and she'll sit down with those 3 fouls, I would assume, for the rest of this first half of play. So again, this is just the 1-and-1 in default. No, front rimmed it. Marcy will get the rebound and looks to outlet, gets to Lanfear. Lanfear will catch up to the basketball, and Switzer wants to penetrate. She got to the free throw line, kicked it back to Brown to Lanfear. Got it. That was good, quick passing, nice ball movement, and then the finish. And what was happening earlier in the ballgame, they just weren't getting the finish. Now they have. They've cut the lead all the way down to just 2 points. And will they come up with the steal? They will get the basketball on a steal from Brown. And that's a hot potato right now. Ends up in the hands of the Knights. Brown called for the foul. So it's still the 1-and-1. Boy, and just in a blink of an eye, that lead has shrunk to 15-13. And a sub at the table coming in for number 13, who's at the line, Courtney Campos. So she'll get the 1-1 is Badgley and Poljasic and Ballou. At the scores table, getting ready to check in for the Thunderbirds. Switzer looking for the tie, gets a pass over to Marcy. She wants to go baseline. Defense was there, took it away, brings it back to Switzer. She's on the wing. And jump ball. And it'll go to the Knights now as and Kavakis. So there was Ballou, Badgley, Poljasic, Kavakis, and Marcy on the floor for the Thunderbirds as they make a big change right there. And Steve Morrow getting involved in the play, and it's going to be Knights basketball. Badgley on the ball defensively, trying to deny the inbounds pass, and down the floor again. The Knights able to get ahead of the press, and they'll throw the ball away. The pass was intended for Roberts, and had a little bit too much of a lead on it. With a minute 24 to go in the opening half of play. Badgley, Marcy, deep in the corner, on the elbow. That they want to go down inside. That was Kavakis, got a handle on it, brought it back to Poljasic. She'll put it up, and nope, weak side rebound. No, I thought for a moment Marcy was going to hold on to it, but a lot of traffic over there, and she couldn't get control of the basketball. Marcy intimidated that shot. They did not launch it. 54 seconds to go first half. That's 2-point shot, and no. And it's all Thunderbirds on the boards. Poljasic, open court, motors into the front, gets it to Kavakis, turns, fires, got it, tie ball game. Kavakis, there's the quick push down the floor. The zone didn't get a chance to get set. And they're able to get the pass below the free throw line on that 2-3 zone, and that was the key to that open shot. 15 all, 31 seconds to go in the half. And Badgley's going to pick up the foul. Yeah, Badgley will pick up the foul, and that's the, I'm waiting to see if it's 2 shots or the 1-on-1. 2 shots now, okay, so they're in the double bonus. And Amon going to the line. That's shaping up to be a good ball game now. Took them a little while. You talk about young people out there early in the morning. Most of them came in the front door yawning. Look literally like they just crawled out of bed, grabbed their duffel bag, and walked into the gym. Now they're starting to wake up a little bit. That will break the ties. Amon will put a lot of arc on it and swish it. Poljasic gets the pass up ahead. Nope, taken away. On the turnover. It'll be saved from going out of bounds by the Knights. They'll hit the trailer on the play. Oh, nice ball fake. Nice step inside. Dufault with a big-time play right there. Lead back to 3 at 18-15. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Clock winding down, and I don't think they'll get the shot off. Not Badgley will, and that's the buzzer. And what a wild finish to the first half of play. It'll be 18-15. The Knights with the lead over the U12 Thunderbirds. So after the intermission, we'll see if the Thunderbirds can continue that momentum they had. Brought them from, I think it was at 1.8 points down, and Switzer gets the ball back on the cut to the basket and taken away. They brought the ball down inside to Thompson, actually, I'm sorry, and she lost the handle on the ball. Basically, it was good defense. Kabakis with the basketball will come to Badgley. Badgley should be a blocking foul. Amon called for the blocking foul. First foul of the second half, and I believe the first foul on Amon. Badgley looking for Switzer. That's a 2-point shot, and it was a good choice. Good decision to take the shot. Just the baskets have not cooperated very well with the Thunderbirds here in this basketball game. 16-minute halves. And you can see again the Cheshire County Knights in those, I call them purple, I guess it's purple uniforms. They look a lot like St. Michael's College uniforms. They want to go to Sickling in the pass, got away from her. That'll be a turnover in the first 45 seconds of the second half. They're a little stiff out there. They got to kind of get them back into the motion. Lanfear got the ball, brings it back to Switzer, and she'll be matched up against Amon. The screen opens up the court for Switzer. She'll take to the outside, and along the sideline, I got the pass to Thompson. Thompson playing with 3 fouls, the only player on either side with any type of foul trouble. That one extra pass gets it to Thompson, and jump ball. That'd be Knights basketball. As Brown, number 24, coming in the ball game for the Thunderbirds, and Badgley will be coming out. And on the baseline will be Pearson, number 22. Pearson doesn't want to get that 5 count, able to the last second. Oh, look at the tip, the steal, the shot, and the basket. And there's the press, working right there, creating the turnover and an easy basket. 18-17, Thunderbirds down by 1. Yeah, nice job coming back to create a passing lane to get the ball to her. That's the default, number 34. The Sickling from the free throw line, no. Look at that, step to the basket, foul. That's aggressiveness, that's good player. They've been number 22, Jenna Pearson. 22's Kabakis called for the foul, and Pearson at the line. That should be 2 team fouls now. And at the scores table, number 24, Furnell, coming in for the Knights. She'll have to wait for the second shot. Well, I tell you, the Knights have done I don't know the percentage, but they're shooting a tremendous percentage from the free throw line. And Sickling will come out. That was the change. Furnell came in for Sickling for the Knights, and so Pearson got them both. And again, I don't have a stat in front of me, but I know they made a lot of free throws. 20-17. Brown with the ball. Bring it back to Switzer. Switzer right up the heart of the court. Will get up ahead. Yeah. That's a basket. Coach Badgley wanted her to finish it off, take it all the way to the hole, but she got a little redemption there, a little break as she made the pull-up jump shot, 20-19. And a steal off the break, off the press, and Switzer, no, off the heel of the basket. Block this time. It ends up in the hands, number 34, default. Pearson made the block, and there's a foul on Lanfear. Great action here in the second half. So the ball will go back to the Knights. It's going to be the 3rd team foul. Lanfear on the ball defensively. And Amon got the pass in to her teammate. She's over in the corner. She'll flip it up over the top to Roberts. Roberts will turn. There's another body on that press, and boy, they're going to create the turnover. Oh, they just did miss it. Amon between circles. And they got to find their assignments out there. There's a couple purple jerseys wide open. They just give them the ball baseline. No good. Rebound up. Roberts. No. One more time. Nope. It's going to be T-Birds with the basketball. Jump ball called as Kabakis got tied up. Switzer will take the ball out of bounds, and we have 13:36 to go in regulation. Lanfear doesn't want to get the trap. Throws over the top to Switzer. Switzer, full throttle, front court. To the free throw baseline, up to Thompson. Step to the bucket, can't get it. Gets her own missed shot and got a foul. Got a push called. That foul will be called on Dufault, I believe. For Dufault, yeah. And they're awake now, that's for sure. Gotta want that 5 count, beats it. And Kavakis with a good pair of hands made to grab Lanfear. No. Rebound, weak side, Thompson from the wing. Got it. Switzer will make it a 22-21 ball game. Boy, they get it down to like a point. The T-Birds do, but they just can't get over the hump right there. Now they need a defensive stop. Almond. They've isolated her on that side, and she's able to break down the defender, take it to the hole, get her own missed shot, and get it. Nice play by Bethany Almond. And again, they overloaded one side of the floor, and that left her open one-on-one to go against the defender, and you can see the results right there. There's a bump call on Roberts. Yeah, so Switzer will come over, and Switzer right in front of the Knights bench, take the ball out of bounds. So we're down to 12:57 to go in this first ball game of the Bougiani Thunderbirds AAU tournament. Nice grab by Brown. Up ahead to Switzer. Switzer. Great look. Pass picked off and a foul called on Thompson. That's 4 fouls on Thompson now. And that will bring Marcy off the bench. Yeah, it is Marcy, number 6 in white in the ballgame for the Thunderbirds. Roy Roberts was behind the defense momentarily. The pass just took too long to get there, and she forced it along the baseline, and it's going to be off from Roberts out of bounds. And they want to pressure the ball. And Amon on the pass from Switzer to Lanfear in traffic with the grab. Ball slapped away. Roberts with it. Roberts had it. Roberts still has it. She'll bring the ball over to Fresnel. Here's Amon. Going to take it up and trying to finger roll it. No good. A lot of traffic. Emily Default called for the foul. That's a Knights foul. And Switzer with Amon on the ball again. And they'll find Lanfear. Lanfear killed the dribble, and that Switzer will go back and get the ball. Big break there, but killed the dribble a little early. And Switzer keeping the dribble alive will go back and pick it up, saves herself from stepping out of bounds, and lobs the ball toward Brown. Lanfear got a hand on it, and ball will come into the hands of Fresnel. Picked up on the trail by Amon. She'll push the ball down inside. Boy, it's a good pass, just mishandled by Pearson. And Switzer told to slow it down, set up the offense. That's just what she does with 11.5 minutes to go in regulation. Brown to the ball, takes the bump, gets it off the side to Marcy. Marcy wanted to drive and got sealed off. Lanfear attacks the hole and got it. Lanfear will make it a 1-point ball game at 24-23. And what a ball game Lanfear has played. And we have a Knights timeout. They'll have the ball coming out of the break. 11:13 to go in regulation. 24-23 for the Knights. Jenna Pearson given the assignment to bring the ball inbounds and play. Now each team will play a minimum of 4 games in 2 days. The further you advance, now they take the wins and losses obviously into account, margin of victory into account, things like that for tiebreakers and how they rank the teams in the tournament. But you could be playing in the playoffs and then the championship games, and it's going to be a toss out of bounds. They'll throw it away, and Carissa Shaw, number 25, back in the ball game. She saw quite a bit of action in that first half, and Switzer calls for the break, brings it back to Lanfear. Lanfear, I don't have a stat in front of me, he's going to be the leading scorer for the Thunderbirds. She had a good ball game. Shaw with the ball, wants to attack the hole, takes the bump, pushes it inside, lost her balance, went to the floor, and here comes the Knights down the other end as Pearson gets the ball to Roberts. Dufault, ball fakes, look at that. Oh, great move. Didn't get the finish, but a great move. She has an explosive first step, Dufault does. She ball faked, took it to the baseline, drew the foul. Didn't get the finish, but looked good on it. 24-23, 10:33 to go. Knights with that 1-point lead. And Dufault, a rare miss. And she'll make that second one. Pushes the lead to a bucket at 25-23. Well, that's what I have. They haven't moved it on the scoreboard yet, so we will see. Lanfear to Switzer. Switzer will go down inside to Shaw. And Shaw got to the free throw line. Nice pass. Gets it down to Kavakis. Back to Shaw, and she'll toss all the way across. Lanfear, no. Yeah, and they've kept the score at 24-23, but they made a free throw, so it should be 25-23. I think. I'm unofficial, but nobody said anything yet, so. That came up top, and Poljasic on the defense against Furnell, and they'll lob the pass over. Lanfear read it, got there, and almost got the steal. Roberts came up with it somehow. And boy, Switzer, look at that battle. Look at that battle. And who did it go off from? Oh, last touch by Lanfear. Well, Campos take the ball out of bounds. Number 13 in purple. And look at that defense by Poljasic, and I think they're, yeah, call it for being a little bit too aggressive. Not nobody in the bonus yet. Nice quick move there by Johnny Kelly. And it is. Okay, it's the 1-on-1 now. It should be 25-23 right now.
That's only 6. That's only 6.
Oh, okay.
That's only 6 fouls. That's only 6 fouls.
There's a question on the fouls.
There's only 6 fouls. That wasn't a shooting foul.
Yeah, what they're looking at right now is 6 fouls as opposed to 7 fouls, which would be the 1-on-1 or no shots at all. So they're going to do a little homework and figure out the fouls right now. The 6th foul as they went through and checked the official book, and that's why they work together like that. And then I was informed that the score is actually 23-all. They have it as 24-23 on the board. That's why they didn't add one of the free throws. They're trying to correct it by letting them just catch up that way. Oh, look at this. Look at the work on the boards. Lanfear last touch. It's going to be nice basketball. Campos going to take the ball out of bounds, and Addison Todd, coming in the ball game. Number 16 in white for the Thunderbirds. Shot put up from the wing, no good. Weak side rebound, fades away, fires, and boy, right now they're just they got a break there. They went out of bounds. But the Knights just owning the glass here in the last 2 or 3 minutes, just getting tons of offensive rebounds. So in a tie ball game, Poljasic, as we're at 9 minutes to go, we'll get the ball back to Lanfear. Lanfear didn't let the trap get her, got it to Switzer. Switzer to the free throw line, down inside, and no, it set on the rim, wouldn't go. Shaw able to keep the ball alive, and travel called. Todd called for the travel. And Amon will take the ball out of bounds, and yeah, they're going to run a stack to bring the ball in bounds. This time they covered the deep pass, and there's been nobody open back, and that's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by number 21, Johnson. Again, it's 23-23 with just about 9 minutes to go in regulation. Poljasic to Switzer, and they'll swing the ball over, and Shaw with the ball fake. Got it to Switzer. She'll penetrate, give it up along the baseline. Todd fouled, and it's going to count. Todd with enough muscle to get the shot up, took the bump, made the basket. It's good, yep. Sickling called for the foul, and it's now 25-23. Thunderbirds with their, geez, I lost track, but I think that's their first lead of the ball game. Todd looks, and no. Shaw got in there, kept it alive, and went off from Carissa Shaw out of bounds. And you see Poljasic on Amon trying to deny the inbounds pass, and they'll get the ball in at the last second to number 20, Corson. Corson had it stolen away by Switzer, who dribbled it out of bounds. Switzer's so quick out there. The intensity from the first 5 minutes of the ball game to now has just gone off the chart on the Thunderbirds side. They've gotten it together now, and they've got the lead, 25-23. Roberts to the hole. Can't get the finish. I like it, though. She saw the opening, took it sickling up, and she got it. And we are tied at 25 now. And everybody seems to be on the same page. Even me now, which is a miracle. From the corner, got it! Todd's come in and provided 4 quick points and goes 27-25 to those buckets that weren't dropping early in the first half. What'd I tell you? They'll start to drop in the second half. You keep shooting, they will drop, and they have started to do that now. Switzer thought about the shot, had the ball knocked away from behind by Johnson. Johnson passes up ahead. Shaw got in there and made the steal. Good aggressive play by Shaw, and now a battle for the basketball. It'll be picked up by Corsons. Switzer, Corson, jump ball or foul. Jump ball is going to be called. Switzer will be helped up, and man, it's picked up in intensity for both sides here. As Pearson getting set to check in, number 22 for the Knights. She's going to replace Johnson. And they're going to match up Pearson against Shaw. See if they go to that matchup right away. See him hold the ball up top between the circles. Switzer will pressure the ball. Almost came up with the steal on the tip away. Yeah, defensive 5-second call. Switzer with the big play and the turnover. As the Thunderbirds with the 2-point lead looking to add to it here on this possession. Now Shaw was setting a screen. I'm not really sure for who, but it was pretty textbook. Poljasic to Lanfear. She's been an offensive juggernaut here. Todd's made the last couple baskets. And then early on it was Thompson's. Yeah, 3-second call, waved the basket off. But yeah, in the first half was Bailey Thompson making free throws when she was fouled that kept Thunderbirds in the ballgame while their offense from the field struggled. Now it was Lanfear that got the offense going from the field, and then Todd came in off the bench to make a couple big baskets. So team effort, you bet. There's Todd slapping the ball away to Lanfear. That's going to go up, Poljasic, got it! Oh, what a tough shot by Poljasic. The press paying huge dividends now, and we're going to have a timeout taken by the Knights, but right now it's a 29-25 Thunderbird lead in this first game of the tournament in the U12 bracket. So after that timeout, there's one left for the Knights in regulation. There's Dufault. Able to get the ball off to Corsons. They'll bring it down inside to Roberts, back to Dufault. She wants to go to Pearson. Pearson against Shaw. To the right hand, turn, little jump hook, no good. And the ball is kept alive by Poljasic on the floor. Switzer had it, squirts it out, goes past Lanfear, pick up by the Knights, and do they have a handle on it? It's a hot potato right now. Amon up and no. Weak side rebound. No, set on the rim. That was partially blocked by Dufault. And then we got a travel call as Pearson lost her balance and went backwards, and that was the travel call. 6:16 to go in regulation. Switzer asking for the break. And avoids the 5 count, picked off and out of bounds. It's going to be Knights basketball that time. Corson, Kaya Corson. And the Knights, their press, able to pay dividends as they'll get the turnover. They'll have the ball offensively. I see him way in the corner here at the Common Avenue gym. They're able to get the ball in bounds. Amon looking to force the issue on the baseline, got the foul. That's just one-on-one play. That's great. Isolation. Amon took the baseline, drew the foul at the line to shoot 2, stops the clock with 6 minutes even to go in regulation here. 4-point lead for the Thunderbirds, at 1 point trailed by 8 points in the first half of play.
Wait a minute, Chris.
Amin will get the bounce and drop it in. Cuts it to a 3-point ball game.
In the bottom.
Natalie, you got shooter.
Yeah, Shaw's come in and played physical down low, and that's what they needed to kind of shut down that inside game that the Knights had working for them. To the rebound was Lanfear, and she traveled. Yeah. Well, I'm looking. I don't think it was. Could have been Todd. That's far away for an old guy to see. There's the catch. The baseline. That time you're looking for a whistle, and they didn't get it. They kind of forced the shot up. Lanfear has the pass tipped up and got it. Pearson with the basket makes it a 1-point game, 29-28. And the press doing the job for the Knights. That's stolen away by default to Pearson. Pearson with Switzerlander stopped the ball from coming up the floor any further. And I think it will be the bonus situation, the next foul committed by the Thunderbirds as Roberts goes all the way around to the right side of the key. Yep, gonna have shots now. Todd called for the push, and Kavakis coming in the ballgame, and it is the 1-on-1 definitely now, as default will go to the free throw line. And so, yeah, it will be Todd, who had big baskets off the bench, taking a breather right now. Kavakis came in to take her spot. She'll be wearing number 22. But Shah, Kavakis, Poljasic, Switzer, and basket's good. Lanfear out there. We are tied at 29. So each team going back and forth. Got them both. That will give the Knights back the lead at 30-29. And it's stolen away by Furnell. And it's controlled by Amin. She'll bring the ball back default. They'll swing it around to Roberts. Defense will get you back in the ball games, and that's just what happened for both sides. Roberts got inside, missed a shot, weak side rebound. Set on the rim, no good. Another follow-up, and no. A lot of chances, no points. Shaw's pass will come out to Kavakis, and they'll find Switzer. Switzer over the timeline. Switzer working against Amin, goes down the left side, gets to the paint, kicks it out. Lanfear, no. Long rebound, baseline. Pearson takes the bump, takes the ball, gets it up to Roberts. Roberts to Furnell. They have a 2-on-1, they have a 3-on-1. Pearson will put it on the floor once, and that was the mistake. Ball, when it went to the floor on the dribble, was able to be slapped away by Switzer. Now Thompson coming back in with the 4 fouls. She'll replace Shaw, who put in some good minutes for the Thunderbirds, Coach Badgley. Catch fire strong. Again, weak side rebound, no good. Switzer in a crowd, put it on the floor, lost the dribble, brings it off to Poljasic. Poljasic will cross over, make the timeline, and out to the arc. Fake the 3, penetrates, up, and no. Great move, no finish. Going the other way, 30-29, 4 minutes to go. Knights with the ball, Knights with the lead, and Lanfear turned away from collecting the foul, picked up by Poljasic. That's Amin on Poljasic. She'll give the ball up to Switzer now. Kristen Switzer put a lot of minutes in today. She's done a nice job of running that offense. Kavakis to Poljasic. She wants a fade fire, hook shot, no. And jump balls. Lanfear got in and tied up Pearson. The crowd's filled in, the crowd's alive, the players are awake. Good ball game. They find Kavakis, foul. Great inbounds pass, yeah. The defender never located Kavakis. She was able to get between the defense and the inbounds pass, and it was an easy in, and she went up for the shot and got fouled. Kavakis getting 2 shots now. First one will be for the tie, and this all taking place with 3:52 to go in the second half of play. And I don't know how it didn't go in. Rattle around. Sickling coming in, number 55. She's going to come in for Amin. That's a nice change. As Amin's going to catch her breath and coming back into the ball game later, I suppose. They need her on the floor. And we're going to be tied at 30 as Kavakis will get 1 of 2. Now the press will be set up after the made basket. Pearson calls for the play, calls for the break. Oh, nice job of slapping the ball away by Kavakis. Ends up in the hands of Roberts. She'll bring it back inside the default. To Furnell, to Pearson. They're running the floor net. defense. They got back there. Look at Sickling up and got it. Oh, Sickling hustling down the floor, and we'll go to a 32-30 Knights lead. Up in a great opening game. Switzer with the double team. Thompson passed up the shot. We'll bring it back to Switzer. Thought about pulling the trigger. Boy, yeah, there's a lot of time there. Timeout being called. Thunderbirds wanting a timeout, down by 2 with 3:07 to go. They'll have possession coming out of the huddle, and I think it's going to be on the baseline. That's where they're going to have the basketball after the break on Munger Vision on PEGTV Channel 15 Sports. They drew up after that timeout. Lanfear from the corner, got it! Not too fancy, but it worked. We're tied at 32, and Dufault wide open down the floor, and they just didn't see her. She was standing at midcourt, wide open. That's Dufault that came back to get the basketball. She's going to put it on the floor, come up the sideline by Kavakis. That Sickling wide open. I mean, just wide open, and they give her the ball. Now Thompson will slide down, take away that passing option. They'll go open side. Nice catch by Pearson, fouled, and shots coming up. And I think Thompson just fouled out. I have it for 5, so. And I miss the call if it's going to be 2 shots or a 1-and-1. But we'll find out in a second, right? Pearson at the line. We'll miss it. It was the 1-and-1. Ball on the floor. Lanfear will get it. Lanfear's going to dribble out of traffic. And she'll give it off to Switzer. Switzer at the arc between the circles. Brings it off on the elbow. Poljasic on the run. Puts it up. Oh, just overshot it. Last touch. It's going to stay with the Thunderbirds as the Knights touched it last. 2:22 to go in regulation. I tell you, the Thunderbirds have played a heck of a ball game. They trailed by 8 in the first half, and they have a lot of disadvantage height-wise, but they're able to bring it back. Dufault to Roberts. That's Lanfear that came out to play Roberts. See her move and move and move. And Roberts chases down the basketball. Almost got away from her. Well, I tell you, they rotated around, and if they got the ball off to Dufault, she would have been able to roll to the basket, to wheel to the basket. And she'll ball fake, she'll penetrate. She won't take the shot. She'll kick it off on this side. Fresnel likes it off the glass. No good. A little hard on the shot. And Poljasic to Switzer, and it was a tough pass. It was a tough pass to handle, and it goes out of bounds with 1:42 to go in the tie ball game to the Knights. As they look, and Kavakis came up and hammered the ball out of bounds. It was intended for Emily Dufault, and it'll be taken out of bounds now by Jenna Pearson. And Switzer couldn't control it, got a hand on it, and Sickling will get it. Oh, that thing teased everybody sitting on the rim. It goes 34-32. Knights on the defense, trying to hold on to that 2-point lead. Poljasic going to go up. Foul! 2 shots coming up for Poljasic with 1:21 to go. That's for number 10, Natalie Poljasic at the line. You talk about some pressure. Free throws coming up right here. 1:21 to go on the clock. 34-32 the score. Knights with the lead. And Poljasic with 2 shots. A little bit off on that one. She'll try to take a breath here and compose herself and get the second shot. And she'll miss that one. Kavakis had it, lost it, and it'll come back to Roberts. On the break, numbers weren't there. Roberts will slow it down, set up the offense now. Dufault, baseline, didn't take the drop step, didn't take the shot. They'll pull it back out between circles. We hit the 1 minute to play mark. They're going to lop it down inside and stolen away. Poljasic wants to slow it down, not lose the ball. She'll find Switzer. Switzer with her head down, trying to bring it up to the arc. Works it back between circles. 52 seconds to go in the basketball game. Kavakis from the free throw line open, fouled, going to the line. Foul will be called on Bailey Roberts. And Kavakis at the line, where she was just 1 and 2, I believe. So. Kavakis looks, fires, swish. They're allowed Johnson and Amon, 21 and 23 respectively, to come in for the Knights in the purple uniforms. 34-33. Kavakis up and no. Front rim to Badgley, kept the ball alive, and Badgley comes out of the pile with it. Down to Switzer. Switzer. Baseline, no room to get the shot up. Comes back to Kavakis. The Lanfear stolen away on the break, and everybody attacking the basketball, and no shot. Foul will be on the floor. 22 white is Kavakis. They're looking to see if it's the 1-and-1 or if it's the 2 shots. 1-and-1. So in a 1-point ball game with 31 seconds to go, Bailey Roberts going to the line. Got it. That's a big time shot at clutch time. I'll tell you, the crowd is into it. I'll tell you, in this AAU game. Nope. Leaves it at a bucket ball game, and Jasic pass up ahead to Switzer. Switzer's got to slow it down. They don't want to lose possession here. And Switzer will get the basketball back. They'll get it down to Badgley. I don't think they have a time. If they have a timeout, they should have used it. Lanfear? No. 16 seconds, and it's going to stay down here with the Thunderbirds. I'm assuming they don't have a timeout. There's only 2 per half, so 13.8 seconds to go. Kavakis up and got it! Kavakis is going to count. She will make it a tied ball game. The Knights want a timeout, would be their final timeout. So in a 35-35 game with 11.5 seconds to go, Kavakis will be at the line looking to give the Thunderbirds the lead late in the contest. With 11.5 seconds to go, 35 all. Kavakis will be short. She'll follow up her own shot. They've got the rebound. Lanfear for the win. No, it'll be an air ball, and it's going to go out of bounds with 4.5 seconds to go. They had the free throw attempt, and they had the follow-up shot. Tied at 35, 4.5 seconds to go. And Amon, her pass is going to be picked off, and we're looking at overtime with 9/10 of a second. I don't think they can get a shot off. They're not over midcourt yet, but you can foul. You can be fouled. And that's going to be it. 35 all, and boy, I'll tell you what, it's a dandy of a way to get the tournament started. They'll put a couple minutes on the clock, and we will be back with overtime on Munger Vision. Johnny. Okay, so the rules in this tournament, because each tournament's a little different, 3-minute overtime, 3-minute overtime. 35-35. Kavakis is going to be out there jumping center, and she'll be going against Pearson, Jenna Pearson, number 22 in purple. Kavakis in white, number 22. So a couple 22s that just hit me jumping against each other. Stevie Meyer will toss it up, and we're in overtime. Here we go. They're looking for Amon. She's got the ball. She's going to attack the hole, put it up, foul. I was a little surprised that they didn't get Amon involved more in the last minute of play, because she can generate and create a lot of scoring chances, whether from the free throw line or like we just saw right here, or she took some threes early on. She's looking to break the tie, and she will leave it short. So it's Poljasic, Badgley, Kavakis, Lanfear, and Switzer, the 5 on the floor for the Thunderbirds. She'll miss them both, and the rebound kept alive and given back to Corsons as the Knights able to control the missed shot. Amon up, and no, I like the drive though. She didn't get the finish up ahead. This is going to be Switzer. Switzer going to take it all the way up to the hole, stops, and no, rebound. Kavakis foul. Boy, I tell you, Kavakis has been huge late in the ball game for the Thunderbirds, and she had a big play there. She's doing the blue collar work, the dirty work, getting inside, getting the offensive rebounds and the putbacks and going to the free throw line, and very impressive young lady. And she'll be a little bit off on that shot. She's been hot or cold from the free throw line. So she'll gather, compose, shoot, and skid it. Tie has been broken, 36-35 as it goes to an odd number now. Hamann going to go long distance. Corson's had it, lost it, picked up by Switzer. Switzer to Lanfear. Lanfear travels. Boy, the push was there. And again, in a 3-minute overtime period, if just a few basket lead, man, that makes the whole strategy different. You haven't got a lot of time, to make up scores. I'm surprised, yeah, Hamann just doesn't put it on the dribble and bring it up the floor herself. Now she does. Working against Poljasic, they're shoulder to shoulder, and going to have a foul on Poljasic, yep. Poljasic going to be called for the foul. 2-shot, double bonus now. So Hamann going to the line with a chance for a tie on the first shot and the lead on the second, and it's going to be the double bonus the rest of this first overtime period. And so the first 2 shots up by Hamann will be perfect. And so Hamann on her second shot. No. Will be tied at 36 all. Badgley with the rebound. We'll get it up Poljasic. Been a dandy, been a barn burner, Donnybrook here to open up this tournament, the Bougiani Thunderbird Tournament 2009 on Munger Vision. You go to PEGTV.com, click video on demand, and you can watch all this action on the internet at your leisure. Switzer swings the ball over to Lanfear. She'll duck underneath, little bump and jump ball called as Hamann and Lanfear get tied up. Switzer is going to take the ball out of bounds on the baseline. They're going to run the off. It's like a T formation, and it's going to be Hamann with the basketball. Hamann will lose it out of bounds on the dribble. It's going to be T-Bird basketball as Sickling, 55, coming in along with Dufault. Those are night changes. Tell you, that was a hard pass. Yet they fired it in. Kavakis, it was a tough one to handle. Lanfear got it up ahead. Switzer got it. 38-36. A minute and a half to go in the first overtime. Got a foul. Yeah, got an illegal screen set on Roberts and side out. As they explain why there were no shots to the head coach. Kavakis takes the bump from Pearson. Switzer brings it all the way back up to the center court logo. Poljasic will set a screen. Now she'll have to navigate. They'll only get the 5-second count. But I tell you, she got a break there. If she went left to right twice, Poljasic, yep. 1 minute to go in the first overtime. 38-36 to Thunderbirds. U12 squad with the lead. It is a good call, yep. Yeah, that's a 5-second defensive call. That's the first call that has gone for the Knights. Thunderbirds have created a 5-second count themselves. I thought she got away with it earlier, to be honest with you. Got a push called on Lanfear. Oh, there's some tired young ladies. They still got another ball game to play today. And Roberts at the line.
You got shooter. You got to box up.
It's up, and it is good. 54 seconds left on the clock. 38-37. Knights looking for the tie on the second free throw. And they get it. Oh, their free throw shooting has been phenomenal today. I actually can only remember one miss. And I'm probably wrong, but they've shot a tremendous percentage from the free throw line the Knights have. Tipped around, and it gets into Poljasic's hands. Goes baseline, drew the foul. What she did so well there was never hesitated. She took it to the hole. She was decisive in her move and drew the foul. That, of course, is a 2-shot foul, and with a 38-all score, it's going to stay 38. As Allison Furnell going to be coming in for Sickling, and that's a change for the Knights. And each coach was given a timeout because they'd used their timeouts in the second half, but they each were given one timeout for the overtime. And Poljasic will miss them both. Badgley tipped it, comes back to Roberts. Roberts with 40 seconds to go in the first overtime. Gets the pass up ahead. Amin off the glass, no good, tipped around and controlled by who else? Kavakas had a great ball game. Kavakas gets it out to Switzer, to Badgley. Badgley wants to go baseline, taken away, kicks it back, shot up, got it! Lanphier will give him the lead. I think we have a timeout. Yes, we do. As the Knights will take the timeout, down by a 2-point game, 40-38, but 22.9 seconds to go in the first overtime on Munger Vision. Here is, oh, there's no press, okay. Let's say they have no timeouts. If they can't get the ball in bounds, they could call a timeout, but they don't have it. But it became irrelevant because they didn't press. I wonder about that. 16 seconds to go in the first regulation. Amin for the lead, 3-ball on it, no good. And it's going to come down into the hands of Poljasic and jump ball. Knights basketball as they will tie up Poljasic. Oh, this game has been an unbelievably good game for the first game of the tournament. They'll flip it in, up, and oh, it's set on the rim and it'll go out of bounds with 1.5 seconds to go. They had the inbounds play, they had the shot, and it wouldn't go. 1.4 seconds to go. Lanphier's going to hold it. That's the ball game. There's one of the heroes, Kavakas, right there. As they'll come in. Switzer with the high fives. And what a tremendous game. 40-38. The U12 Thunderbirds will have the win over the Cheshire County Knights. Both teams played extremely well. Both coaches did a good job. And their officials were outstanding in the ball game. For Munger Vision, get out there and support your student athletes.